Hello to everyone just arriving. The session is going to be starting properly in about 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have Mario here coming all the way from Mexico. Well, it's all the way from me because I'm based in England, but some of you it may be closer. So I'm just going to post in the chat a few links if you haven't already got them. So this is for the embodiment conference, for the Facebook group, and the embodiment circles that are going to be running all the way up until the embodiment conference event, which you should all know already is the 14th till the 25th of October. Dates for your diary. I'll just give it a few minutes while everyone comes in from the next session. If you're already here, take a moment, take a pause, sit comfortably, notice how you're sitting. Maybe, move around a little bit if you've been staring at the screen all day. And take a breath. Nice deep inhale, deep exhale. Getting ready to learn some more. Steve, you had your mouth open as if you wanted to say something.
Mario's here, and I was happy to see him. I'm looking forward to this session. So, welcome, Mario. Very nice to have you. He's now gone blurry.
He has got a bit blurry.
I'm here.
He's back.
I think you guys are talking to each other, so I was thinking you cannot hear me. How are you?
Yeah, great. It's nice and early in the morning. So you okay? Hope you're doing okay or early-ish. I guess that's relative, isn't it?
I'm pretty good. I wake up 1 hour ago, so I always go surf early in the morning, so it's good for me.
Oh,
Oh, right,
nice.
nice. Where are you based in Mexico? The West
Now
Coast or?
yeah, I'm in the Pacific side in Puerto Escondido, where is all the big waves. So it's the
Wow.
place same as Tahiti and Hawaii. Yeah, very good waves here.
I was down there last year in around that area in
Yeah,
Oaxaca. I believe I say that right, Oaxaca.
yeah, Oaxaca, Huatulco, Mazunte, Zipolite, all that area.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, hanging out in Mazunte at a dark room retreat. It was quite nice.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. The food is amazing. Everybody loves it.
Couldn't believe I could just eat as many mangoes as I wanted, and they're just growing everywhere and all that. Right.
Very nice. How is in England now? It's cold?
No, it's
Just,
hot.
That's good. That's good. I like it. It's hot. Loving it.
I mean, that's relative, of course, because I'm an Australian. So to me, it's I've been like in long sleeves and cold all day. Obviously, it's warm for the English people at least.
Nice. And now, for example, here, when you guys present me, I'm gonna be talking by myself. And you, in 45 minutes, you get in and tell me time is over or it's shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you would like, I don't know who, are you hosting, Yolanda? Do you want to host? And then you can answer the questions.
You can do it, Steve. You seem on a roll.
All right. Yeah. So if you'd like, Mario, what we can do is invite some participants into the room. Although I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see them on your phone very well. Anyway. Yeah. What we'll do is we'll intro you, and then after that we will. You can get started, go through it, and then we'll sort of wrap things
Yeah,
up. You can share where people find more about you and all that.
I would love I would love if they get into the room for questioning and answering. That would lovely.
Yeah.
Like around 30 minutes when I say So anybody has some questions, and I would like to see them so I can relate with the energy of then and answer to the question if it's possible.
Yeah. So you're not just talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Certainly understood. So if anyone wants to sort of be in the room, please do raise your virtual hand or say yes in the chat. And also you might decide to change your mind and do it at the 30-minute mark when you're asked as well. But if you're uncomfortable with that, there's also a question and answer section that you can put that in. So
Yeah.
various options. Anyway,
Whenever they feel, because I will need to hear from them boys the question. It's very important how they express the question, yeah, of what they're gonna say about body, energy, this kind of connection. So I would love to hear it, because if you tell me the question, it's like reading in a book. So I will need to know if it comes from a male perspective, from a female perspective, so I understand a little bit more. Thank you.
certainly understood. All right, well, we're on time, or now slightly off time, but you know what I mean. So I'll introduce
Good.
you and then you can get started. All right, let's switch the screen here. There we go. So it's my pleasure to welcome Mario here, all the way down, as you heard, in Mexico. So Mario is the founder of The Body Awakener. Over the past 15 or so years, been traveling, healing, exploring, connecting with himself and others, and just living within the beauty of that. So connects to 5 nature elements that exist in our bodies, inspired by the sun, the waves, and people's energy. So when people dive in, he very much likes to go into the sharing, the cry, and the liberation that comes as you can listen into people. So he himself has gone through his own healing journey, and so working from experience, got background in a whole heap of different areas. He's meeting us here today to talk about the body and magic of the body, and he's going to be talking through breath and posture and how it connects to our emotions and all of that. So lovely to have you, Mario.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the honor to be here. And well, I would like to start because I just have only 45 minutes. So as much as I can share, as much as I can give, I love that. So the magic of the temple or our temple is our body. Yeah, there are 2 types of body, yeah, that I've been discover myself for the last 42 years of my life. And I born with a stenosis pylori, that it was a problem since I was 5 days old, that I was eating from my mother breast, and I was suffocating. So the doctors, I was putting like a purple, red color when I was a baby, and the doctors say that if in 5 days it doesn't get better, I need to go to surgery. But I went surgery almost in a flat line. So for 45 seconds, I just pass out, and they did it wrong. Why I'm explaining this? Because after I'm gonna explain what is the fascias. And when they did it wrong, the operation, they did it like the size of a nail, yeah, for less than a centimeter. And they take the pillar out of myself so the food can come inside of my body. But they did it in urgent, so I came back. And what happened is that all my life I grow completely dysfunction from my right side, in a way of getting shorter, in a way of getting disalignment, in a way of getting out of balance. So for me, it was a really strong knowing, because I didn't know at that time, because the surgery grows 20 centimeters. Yeah. So it goes until that, because they was wrong and they did it fast in emergency room. So they didn't slow with time. So the fascia, it gets contracts in my body. So when I grow, when I was 3, when I was 5, when I was 8, when I was 11, when I was 18, my body, my structure started growing in a different way. So what happened is that when I was in teenager school, People start calling me embryon. So embryon is not even a human being. It's better to call you a nickname like a rat or dog or whatever, because at least you're an animal. But embryon is nothing. It's just a worm developing themselves. So for me to live like that for my 20 years old of life, it was really challenging to accept a deformed body in front of everybody, like being shorter 4 centimeters, don't have neck, walk like a dog, like a chaplain with the legs outside, yeah, and be always going to chiropractors every week to adjust the spine and come back to the same way because the fascia is pulling the motions, the fascia is pulling the body, the fascia is pulling the habits that you grow with that patterns. So for me, was very very hard to accept. But I say I'm like that. I'm gonna keep doing like that. I don't have any hopes to change. I don't have any. At that time when I was young, so I was getting too used to love the name, like accepting that name. So I started traveling around the world, and I traveled more than 80 countries for more than 10 years as a salsa dancer, professional salsa dancer. So when I was a dancer, I forget about the formation of my body. I start feeling the movement, I start feeling the breathing, I start feeling the connection with the energy with other people. So, but I always like extreme sports. So I had an accident in Tahiti when I almost get paralyzed. I start losing the power of my legs. I sweep my cervical floor. I shift my spine. It was like a kind of, because in Tahiti the waves is break down into the reef. So it's like the wave on top of a river. So the wave come and crash the reef, and inside of the reef, your body is like if you are in a washer machine. So your body twisted all over. So I came out like twisted. But thanks to all that accidents that I have in my life, is that was the most important one. But I have a lot because of the extreme sports. I realized that I have to do something to make my legs come back, the power of my legs come back, because I was like losing the power of the right one, losing the power of the left one. So I went to China, to Tokyo, to Bangkok. I remember I went to Bali and was my last hope. So I did a structural integration. So when they did that into my body, it was a series of 10 sessions. I started feeling my legs, the power of my legs, until the fifth session, and I had a ball, like a orange ball in my cervical, that I still twist my cervical and I can still feel the bone out of line until now, until today. But it took me 6 months to adapt, to integrate, to adjust that amazing experience that I have. But not only that, I recovered the power of my legs, because thanks to that accident, thanks to that trauma, thanks to that, I don't know, like willing to wanted to continue living, and you as a dancer that you move and you make people happy because of your legs, and they don't see you as a body, they see your legs moving, and all over the world they are wow, 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 and after you don't move them, it was the for me the most shocking months of my life. So that's what I understand, that the body is magical. The body is like is the only thing we have. Is something that we don't value until we get so we don't value until we get injury, or we get an accident, or we get sick, and it's really needed, because nobody teaches how to walk, nobody teaches how to sit, nobody teaches how to breathe since we are kids. So we are starting developing these kind of things in our own years, in our own ages. So after that, all my life changed. So to cut the short, I changed the way I walk. I change the way I eat. I change the way I process the food, not just eat, processing. I change the way I'm going to the toilet to evacuate, to get the food out of my body, of my system. I change my sexual energy. I change the way I sit. I change the way I sleep. I change the way I breathe. Even I change the way I think because what I wanted is to give that feeling, to give that sensation, to give that orgasmic sensation inside of your body that for the first time in your life you can fucking change. Like you can fucking feel your body and you cannot be that embryon anymore for 28 years that you think that you're gonna live all your life like that and it's gonna become worse and worse and it's gonna bring you the diabetes problem or digestive system problems or nervous system problems or immune system and it's going to give you troubles by the time you grow 30 40 50 60 and after you're going to say what is going on, you know. So for me it was really amazing that I not only recovered the power of my legs, so that's why I'm here now uh, as a helper, as a healer, as a channeling of light to all the people because thanks to all of you, I've been learning from you, from your bodies, and I've been trying to transmute that energy into my body and to be more aligned, to be more integrated, to be more connected by these years. So this is a little bit about how I discovered the magic of the body, and I still not gonna finish discovering. It's something endless. It's something that it goes forever. You never can finish what is the universe inside of you. And for me, the fascia. What is the fascia? What is the connective tissue that they call fascia? Yeah, the connective tissue. I see it in a different ways. Everything that I talk to you is something that I learned from experience. Even if I went to a lot of schools all my life and I just jump into teachers that they are mentors and they trespass the energy to you, the most amazing school of your life is when you really experience what you are processing, what you are living, what you are suffering, what you are transforming. So, thanks to these bodies, I call the fascia the magic wetsuit. It's like a wetsuit you put inside, and after you pull it to the right, you pull it to the left, you pull it up, and you leave it however you want to feel inside. Because thanks to that magic wetsuit is the one it covers all your system, your 5 systems. Yeah, and also the 6 system, the energetic one, the chakras, the magnetic fields. But what is the most important thing of the wetsuit is the connection of all the energy inside of your body, cells, atoms, yeah, particles. Understand the connection between the layers. It's very important to work myofascia, superficial fascia, and deep fascia. But in the deep fascia, it's very important to understand the deep fascia as painful. Of course, it's painful because once you get into something, you're going in, 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 and you kind of get the deep layer. And what happens when you get the deep layer of your fascia and you go as deep as you can? The emotions pop out. The emotions get out of your body. The emotions, you reach the Pandora box. So the fascia is, for me, is the like the protector, the holder of your whole body, of your skeletal system, digestive system, nervous system, muscular system, brain system. Everything has fascia around you, even genitals, even eyes, even neck, even ears, hands, everything. So when I talk about fascia, why the fascia keeps the body keeps the emotions storage. I'm gonna talk about the different emotions we have in the body, the most common ones, yeah, and they are connected to the five elements, yeah. I connect that emotions with our body through the five elements as experience. As I tell you, everything is as seeing, as by looking, as by touching, about sensing, about feeling. So the emotions are stored in four parts. Your shame, it comes about your feet. That's the first emotion, is connected to all the emotions that are afterwards. Why? Because you're absorbing from the feet the ground, the earth, the element earth. You're absorbing from the feet the energy, yeah. And when you're absorbing from the feet the energy, the first thing you have is the energy from your past lives, your ancestors, whatever matrix, whatever soul, whatever energy you believe that it comes into this life as a physical body, because it's two type of bodies. We have the body as a physical, and I see the body as an energetic one. So we have two type of bodies: the physical that we can touch, that we can see, that we can smell, that we can feel, and energetic and that just we can activate and expand and connect within us. So the air element is absorbing from the feet. That's why it's very important for the plantas fasciaris to walk and to understand how we need to walk. This is the ankle, and this is the 2 feet, the 2 fingers, the big one and the small one. So the feet has a triangle that it goes from here through here. That is the triangle of connection, where you connect your feminine and masculine, and you connect with the center. Yeah. So when you step on your calcañar of your, how you say, like ankle, yeah, you step and you try to step with the small finger and the big finger at the same time. Don't try. Most of the people, they go exterior and they walk with the exterior part of the feet. So that's when the whole body, your whole structure change. We need to understand that we are not able to learn that when we are 3, when we are 5, when we are 6, when we are 7, but they are able to fucked up of energy or fucked up our creativity, because we are controlling by all these family, religion, system, hospitals, and vacuums, and all these things that we grow. So to connect that, to understand the feet is the most important part of your body, the most important part. Even when you come into sexual energy rising, the feet are the most connected. That's why we have in the when you go to reflexology, you have all the organs in the feet. Why? Because you absorb the energy to nutrite, to give that food of light to every single organ, to your heart, to your belly, yeah, to your liver, to your prostate, to your neck, to your eyes. So everything is connected. Everything is connected. They are teaching us what they don't know. We don't know how to do it. So by changing the way we walk, changing the way we observe, the shame comes all the way up, and between the knee and between the feet is the shame storage. Between the knee and between the great trochanter, that is the head of the femur, there is the most important band, the IT band, that you take all the pains away most of the time of lumbars, yeah, and lower back pain. The IT band is the most important connection, and the adductors in the inside legs. We have both adductors, hamstring, and the IT band. So that IT band you have in that part, we have all the fears. That's the second emotion, the fears. We start creating fears because since 7 we start blocking. They don't say, don't talk, You are young. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't put this like that. They close the creativity. You start having shame. You start building the fears inside of your body. After the building that fears, it comes to the gluteus. The most important part of the whole body is your pelvis. The pelvis is the center. It's like the center of the two bodies, physical bodies. They have two, upper body and lower body. So between that upper body and between that lower body is something called the pelvic. So that pelvis, yeah, is controlled by your guilt, yeah, because thanks to that fears, you feel guilt about any action you do. And in that pelvis, you hold the most traumatic and the most old storage of emotions in your body. Yeah, because we permanent all the time being sitting all our life. So between that, in the pelvic floor especially, between the sit bones, the perineum, the coccyx, yeah, and all the genitals, we have all our traumas. Yeah, it can be sexual, it can be verbal abuse, it can be physical abuse, it can be to other people. So we really contract, because we don't know also how to sit. For me, for 28 years, I never thought I will find the sit bones as they teach me. And for the first time, I started sitting with my sit bone. It took me 6 months to get adapted. Yeah, but it's when you go to yoga and you feel that little bones. And thanks to that, my whole posture keep changing every day, because that sit bone connect together with the perineums, and the perineum sends energy to all your chakras. So after that, the guilt, we have the anger. The anger is storage in all your thoracic cage. The anger is all storage in the different side of your body, because we have energetic bodies. We have the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So we connect these three emotions with the fourth one, with anger and with the attachments, with the control, the shoulders. And that's where how the emotions is storage, because this is the water, this is where you breathe, this is where you stand, this is where you understand how amazing are the elements together. Your center of energy is the psoas. The psoas is located in your belly. So the psoas is a really big muscle that it goes inside the pelvis, and it goes together connected to the spine. So the psoas is kind of the heart. It's like a kind of the form of a rhombo, where it connects your legs with your spine. So it can give that food to the body to keep going. So all the five elements, this is the fire element, because that's where it comes, the fire. It's very, I don't know who invent us, or who gave us brain, who gave us eye, these, but whatever, whoever invents our body, he put in the same place of the psoas, he put in the back the campomagnetic field of the sacral chakra. So that function, that connection between the psoas and the sacral chakra, the second chakra, it creates the energy inside of your body, and it goes like a spiral, or it goes as a serpent to connect all that energy into your body. And it's an amazing way to really to fulfill yourself. In the end of the class, I will give you some exercise about the pelvic floor, some exercise about how to disblock the 3 locks that we have in the body, that I'm already talking about them. And so that's the emotions storage in the body. The most typical emotions are shame, fears, guilt, and anger. We cannot live without them. Yeah, and the body, it goes by the years. It goes by the years. The fascia, as you can see in all people, yeah, 70, 80, that the skin start dropping. the skin start dropping. Why? Because when the skin start dropping, it's because the layers start broken themselves, like they get lost in themselves. They are losing themselves, and you start getting weak inside of yourself energy because you are growing, and we don't have the control of our own process when we go by time, by cycles of 7. So that's something about fascia. That's how I see the fascia, as a wonderful magic wetsuit that it covers and protects us from all our systems. And as longer as we keep manipulating our body, touching our body, going to different therapies, leave the people, do his work. Yeah. Don't try to manipulate, don't try to control something. Just let your body feel. That is the most amazing thing, because as much as you have more love, caring, energy from other people to your body, even if it's a service, yeah, is something magical. And I want to talk about energy flow in our bodies. But first, I want to talk about the 3 locks of the body. We have 3 locks in the body that after I discover, because I never read a book, I never finish any school, like I have my certificate. And what happened to me is that I see 3 blocks in the body: the pelvis, the solar plexus, and the neck. Why I see that in my experience? Because first, the pelvis, nobody teaches how to sit. We all sit wrong. Yeah, 7,000 people, they sit in my hands after I started doing healing in 80 countries. Yeah, because as a dancer, I traveled all over the world. So I've been doing that as a healer. So every time I tell them sit in my hands, not even yoga masters, they know how to sit properly in the sit bone. They maybe can sit in the sit bones, but all your spine is different. So the most important thing when you sit, yeah, in the sit bones is that you put your shoulders up and drop all your body into the gravity of that sit bones. And that's the connection, like I don't know how to call it, the connection of all the breathing. It rests by gravity into that sit bones, because you can be really straight in your pelvis. But here, after 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, everything in the upper body is unbalanced, is disconnected. So the most amazing thing is how to integrate it, how to connect it by itself. And how to connect it is by the breathing, is by sitting properly. So that's the first lock. I call it the pelvis. The pelvis is the first lock. In India, they call it the bandhas. There are 3 bandhas. After 1 year ago, they told me that they exist that since 5,000 years. So it's something that I didn't discover. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that since thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I'm just feeling it as other people, they did it by touching bodies, by seeing the energy. And the second block is the solar plexus. The solar plexus is the diaphragma. I call it the bridge of darkness to the paradise. Why? Because in here is where we storage all the emotions in the belly. That's where we come into this world. Yeah, thanks to the divine feminine, thanks to the power of the women to bring us here into this world, but also the men, we storage all the emotions in our belly. So to get the emotions out and to open the heart, we need to push the belly, we need to manipulate the belly. Sometimes you touch your belly and it's painful and you say, no, don't touch me. Touch it, touch it. So the pain goes away. Of course, it's painful because under that you have 15 organs. Yeah, and all that organs, they have sensitivity, but depends the way you touch, depends the way you travel, depends the way you open your fascia. Don't wait until somebody experts come to you. You are your own expert. You are your creator of your own healing. Yeah, nobody will teach you better than you. You know your body, you know your smell, you know where you want to touch, you know where is the pain, and just keep diving, just keep getting deep and open that belly, because if you extend the belly, yeah, it's very important to know that that emotions they come up, and when they jump from the third chakra to the fourth, that is the third block, that is the neck. Why? Because the only part of the body that is hanging is your neck. Your neck is the only one is hanging and doesn't belong to the upper body and the lower body, because it's not like the pelvis, that here is the pelvis and after we have another body off the pelvis. No, it's the neck and it's finished here. But the neck has very important part, because if you connect to this hanging neck, that it always is like that, like that, like that, tensing shoulders, back, this, to the side, and you don't have the neck alignment with the ears, shoulders, and you don't have the alignment of the feet and sixth chakra, that is your third eye and your pineal gland. This is the sacred connection. This is the where you go beyond in energy and healing inside of your body. So that's the whole thing about the body awakening, you know. That's the core, that's the name of my sessions, the body awakening, because I try to find in every patient, I try to find, with your help, of course, I try to find that light. Whatever is that light, even in your feet, in your knee, in your anus, in your belly, in your breast, whatever is that light, I try to connect that light to get that energy rising, and you start creating your own healing. Because when that energy connects to your physical body is not longer in control of the feelings. Your mind is disconnected. Your mind is, so that's why it's the three bandhas, the three lobes of the body: pelvis, solar plexus, capacity of breathing, neck. So that is when you really understand the flow of the magical energy. Because as humans, we divide the energy in four. 25% of our energy, yeah. How I can express it better? Life is defined in having energy or not have it. You choose where you want to go. You want to go up or you want to keep down. So the energy dividing for 25% of your vital energy, you waste it in nightmares, worries, thinking, solution, controlling, family, job, wife, kids, things. So 25% of your energy of your body is gone. The other 25% is sexual relationships. Every contact that you have sexual, yeah, all your energy from your body, it goes in another dispersion of the body. First, the mind thinking about the worries of daily basis life, in this, in that, after sexual relationship. Another 25% is lost in the growing of your body. Like you worry to do exercise, to do this, to do that, but only 25% you get left when you go to sleep. That 25% is the one it recovers all your 75% that you give up in the day. We are talking about today. We are talking about daily basis. Yeah, we are not talking about what you did for the 40, 50, 60, 30 last years. So, but to have that knowledge into your body is that, imagine if we do that in one day. Imagine all the days we been just taking time and rest the physical body only when we go and we close our eyes. We don't stop in the day and put a pause and Just be, just breathe, just feel, just manipulate. Oh, like I say to people, don't lose your life doing exercises for 20, 30 years. You can do exercises, but as long as you move, it's an exercise. You just move. You just move like Steve is doing now, punching, boom, bam, da, 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 da. That's amazing. You just move, you just breathe, you just punch, you just feel your expansion, your connection, because when you discover things, it goes beyond in abundance in your physical daily life. Your mind stop thinking for a while. Your mind, for example, if you are seeing a fight, just picture it a fight in the streets. Oh, a video in the screen. Oh, they are fighting. Or somebody pins you. You lose the distraction of the fight because you feel the pinch in your body. So why you need to live in other people's problems when you can feel and you can sense so fast in your body and that connection? So this is a very simple example of every human life that we are here. We live that every day. So be careful with the energy. Be careful with who you share, with who comes. Everybody's good. It doesn't matter if it's bad energy or good energy. It depends how you transform it in your body. It depends how you feel it in your body. And it depends how you see the mirror in the other person. So energy is wise talking, is the gasoline or the petrol that you put to your car. That is your body, your temple. That is the nutrient. This is the energy, not the food, not the sex, not the exercises, not the practice. It's the energy that you say, Mother, can I have this 10% that I give you every day? Father, can you give me 5% that I give you of my 30? Son, can you give me another 5%? Hey, brother, I'm always drinking with you and taking beers in the bar. Give me 5% of that energy. Where is going to go that energy? It's going to go to me. Because for the first time, taking care of my energy. Some idiot told me in a call that I have to charge 1% of my energy to have more energy in my body. So, and you will see how you're going to feel. You're going to change your life in less than 21 days. You're going to start seeing yourself more healthier, more stronger, more integrated, more connected, more abundance, more manifesting this love into yourself to people. So everything is going to come into your life. And so to end and to have these questions and answers, yeah, I would love to hear them. I would love if people they have some question about what I've been talking about, the magic of the body, the fascia, the motions studied in the body, the 5 elements, and the energy flow. Please, I will be really happy to hear you. Thank you. Thank you so much for hearing these 40 minutes.
And as Mario said at the start, he'd much prefer if he could hear a real human. So if you do have a question, please feel free to raise your virtual hand, sort of like choose to interact live, or say so in the chat if you want to interact live, so then I can power to unmute yourself and turn your video and actually speak to him. There are some questions in the question and answer section, but I can read those if you don't. No one wants to ask a real question.
Yes, if somebody wants to ask, just can ask. If not, you can tell me the questions they have in the chat so I can answer a few of them.
All right, I'll start with some of the questions in the chat, and then let it if anyone else asks. But which are connected with the other areas? I heard feet for the earth, psoas for the fire.
is the question? I didn't listen. Which type of areas? I didn't hear properly.
Which elements were connected to which parts of the body? Someone was asking. It's like earth and feet were connected or something. I think they're asking about something connecting those bits.
Connecting with the fire element, which part of the body?
Yeah, so all of the elements, which parts of the body connect with each element?
Okay. So I'm gonna repeat that question. Earth is the feet. Your earth is the feet. The air is connected with your thoracic cage, your breathing. But the expansion of your confidence, because this is where we lost the confidence. This is where we get attached. This is where we're getting anger. This is where we're getting control or emotions. So as much as we expand, as much as we breathe air, the air goes everywhere. But it's not that it's only one part that is attached. That is the most important part that is attached. The earth is the feet. The fire is all the pelvis and including your belly. The water is all your body. The water is everywhere in the feminine and the masculine energy. Yeah, so it's the same. People say that, oh, masculine, left, feminine, right. Yeah, so it's not like that. Yeah, because in the brain, it comes from another way. Yeah, the masculine and the feminine, it comes from the right, the feminine, and the storage in the left. And the masculine come in the left and the storage in the right. But it's not depends how the storage, where you want to get the trauma out. You want to get the trauma where you get it from. Not where it's storage from the last 30, 40 fucking years of your life. Because you are wasting time. You want to get the trauma out of what is the shock, or what is the brain, or what is comes into your body. So that's very important question, because the water is all, we are 98% water. Yeah, all the body. And the ether, yeah, or the space, yeah, is the fifth, sixth, and seventh chakra, these three. Your hanging, your neck, the thing that we all human beings have problem more than the lower back. Oh, what is hurting? Oh, the neck. Oh, fuck. Oh, the neck. Oh, can you give me the neck massage? Oh, can you grab my neck? Oh, can you do this? No, the neck, to open the neck, you won't open it from here, because here is more than 8,000 arterias and nerves that you cannot fix it. You need to open from here and put the whole finger until the brain down and go like that. All the finger inside. Yeah, slowly, slowly. Breathe and go to your pituitary gland and touch the energy and feel. You take all that finger out, 2 centimeters. That's the best. That's the best. This is the manipulation of what we need to do, you know? We need to open, we need to feel, we need to open the brain, we need to extract something. We don't need to, I have a nice clothes, I have a Ferrari, I have this. No, this is what we own. This is the only thing we own. So the 5 elements, they are stored in a way, as I see it, as that, and all are connected, because feet, belly, heart, mind, and water is the one it covers of the 4 elements and give the expansion, because thanks to that water, all the 4 elements are that fire that you produce in your genitals, in your pelvic floor. That fire is growing anytime, more and more and more. So that's the answer to the question.
I've also noticed we've got a couple of people who have come to ask some actual questions. So first up, I think Peter raised his hand. Are you there, Peter, to ask a question? I cannot hear you, I don't think, Peter. There we go. I can hear you rattling around. I can't hear any talking. All right, so maybe we'll wait for Peter to sort out that and go to Alexandra, who's also in the room.
You hear me?
Just unmuted you, Alex. Now I can.
Okay, thank you. When I receive energy from others, which is uncomfortable for me, how to transform it?
That's an amazing question. I love it. I love it. Most of the time, we don't like when we go to a service or to a therapist or to a session or whatever it is. Most of the time, we like to be touched as we like. We like to be healed as we love. If we have pain, it increases the worry because when the pain is in the shoulder, frozen shoulder or knee, no, don't go deeper. No, you're gonna, because you think that these people is creating more pain, you think that you're gonna be more because you are in your mind. And that's the hardest part. That's why I say to everybody, try as much as you want. So the mind, it goes open by itself. It doesn't open by rational things, by thinking. Because if you lay down and you start feeling any kind of feeling and you suddenly don't like the oil or you don't like the touch or you don't like the cracking or you don't like, before you go to that, the best question to ask, I'm allowing myself to surrender. I'm allowing myself to open into that table, whoever it is, whatever it is, and you just go and lay down. I know it's hard. I know it's hard because every time that's what I, as a helper, as a service, as a leader of the as a guidance of the healing, I always have to find that confidence, secureness, and respecting the privacy of the other person. Because if the other person doesn't have security, confidence, and privacy into your own intimacy, they will never create a healing. So that's my recommendation to you.
I was asking about the energy quality, like when someone comes with aggression, and you said you don't have to avoid it, you can transform it. You can transform the energy, whatever it is, like without touch.
Okay, yes. Okay. I thought it was a body work saying because sometimes I say, no, that's energy-wise, the campo magnetic field that we have is 2 meters away. So whatever you see about 2 meters away, you observe. Yeah, either somebody's fighting in the supermarket and they are screaming to the cashier, old lady. That's the type of energy you're talking about. Yes, just to make sure.
For example, yes. For example.
Yeah. Or even they come to you this type of energy.
Yeah, without saying anything.
Yeah, exactly. That type of energy, they come to you too. Hey, you. It's judging, it's criticizing, it's going into other people's mind and going into other people's lower energy. So if you dive into it, that lower energy you create is a chaos. You create the chaos. But
yes.
if you say to yourself and to your body, like calm down, yes, I'm embryon. I love to be embryon. I love to be like worse than a shit, a worm. I'm embryon. I love. Imagine I will fight every people call me embryon all my life. So it's kind of the intuition of you putting the things that you give, but you also receive. So when you receive that intuition and you receive it like a halago, like when they say you have a pretty nice hair, you have a pretty nice nose, your eyes are big, amazing, and you receive it in that way, either it's not in that way mentally, it will help you. It will help you to transform all the negative energy and all the lower vibration that you have in your body, because we have lower vibration because we live in this earth for more than 30, 40, 50 years. But it depends on how you feel that, and try to control, because if you don't control and you explode because they are attacking you, you lost. You go there, you go there, you go deep, you go deep, you go deep, you go deep, and it's no problem. You can go out, but it's gonna take hard. It's gonna take more time. But if you start, yeah, thank you, I'm sorry, like no things, but to
Right.
you, not to the other,
Just
not to
to
the other person.
jump in here, Mario, things up because the next session is going to get started. So,
Okay. Thank you very much.
Sorry, very little time. But anyway.
I could just keep going on forever, couldn't it? But where can people find out more about you? There's your website, obviously. Someone's things going on. There's the Body
Yeah.
Awakener. You can find out more about you, and at your Instagram handle at the Body Awakener.
Yeah, it's the same. TheBodyAwakener.com or The Body Awakener in Instagram or The Body Awakener in Facebook. So they can find in YouTube also The Body Awakener. They have a lot of videos about pelvic floor opening, 3 bandas, because I want to give the exercise before I leave, but I know that it's already, we passed the time. But in the YouTube, I can give them all the videos and you can see the opening of the 3 locks and how to manipulate the fascia your own selves. And we can go from there, or in the Embodied Conference, I will talk more about it. I hope everybody comes there and join. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Mario. And we've got some people saying thank you in the chat. Love listening to you, loving your passion. So thanks to you again. And just before everyone heads off, we will be having replays. There's some chat going on here, so I just want to say the replays, we're sorting all that out in the back end now. They'll be there until like Wednesday, Thursday morning. If you want to have the replays from this forever, you can get the conference pre-sales package. As you heard Daniela say, we're actually like £250,000 in debt at the moment for the conference to put this on. So if you'd like to help us out at this stage, you can get the recordings for the conference from the 14th to 25th of October, where Mario will be there with 999 other presenters. And you actually get an extra tutorial group as well to help guide your learning, which won't be happening any other times. So it's a special offer at the moment to try and get some more people involved in that. So you do head across there if you want to get that and grab the recordings. And also you can join our Facebook group, where some of the live streams are already up there on the Facebook group as well. Add to the discussion. Join our embodiment circles. We'll be having those throughout several times throughout every day, throughout the week, all the way up to the conference. And finally, our one thing we ask you is, would you please share the conference with one friend? Everyone lets one friend know, and suddenly it builds, a lot more people know about it. So thanks for that. Check out Mario's stuff at the Body Awakener, and we'll catch you next on the lovely Roman Norris's session. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, everybody. Love you.